Hello, church family. So today we're talking about money and possessions. And the book of Matthew actually talks about money a couple of times. The Bible talks about money a whole lot of times. And so this is not the last time that we're going to talk about this. But today I want to talk. The activity is to ask yourself the Wesley question. Do you pray about the money that you spend? And we did a sermon series on this. If you were with us when we worshiped back in Eisenhower, you may remember this. And we walked through all of the Wesley questions in the sermon series, and then some of our small groups did an extended study on the Wesley questions. And when my small group did the Wesley questions, I asked them personally to myself at home. And when I got to the question on do you pray about the money you spend, I answered it, well, yes, I do pray about the money I spend. And I said I especially pray about the money that I spend, like the large sums of money I spend. And then it started to kind of tickle me in the back of my brain, that question. And it's like God was like tickling my brain about it. And the question came up in a different way. Do you pray about the small sums of money that you spend? And I was like, well, no, I don't really pray about those sums of money. We pray about big purchases, but we don't really pray about small purchases. And so I did like a deep dive into our finances and found all of these small, little, insignificant sums of money that we spend in our household that were adding up to large sums of money. And my husband and I kind of got together and did the math, and we discovered that if we could be more faithful in the small sums of money, that we could actually pay our house off. And we're like 3 years away now from paying our house off. And that's a wonderful thing, because as soon as we pay our house off, we plan to use our excess money to be able to do more ministry. And that's the vision that God gave us. And so money and possessions are an important thing. And it's important that they're not the most important thing and the thing that you're worshiping. It's important that you're prayerfully considering what you do with the money in your life, because money can become an idol, or money and possessions can become a thing that you can do God's work with. We talked last week about how the wise men used their resources to help the Holy Family, and so that's where, when you have money, it's a wonderful blessing. You can be the hands and feet and voice of Jesus into the world and bless other people, because we Americans, we are blessed financially, and when we realign our resources and look at the money we're spending and how we're spending it, and say, how can we bless others with our money? I think we're doing something with our money and our possessions that pleases God. And so I encourage you to ask yourself the Wesley question: do I pray about the money that I spend? And see where God leads you on that. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.